Money, and you took some of it along the way. Yeah, yo, listen, 100%, Throw Wolf. Do you think that that's not something that anybody in the world would take? You know what I'm saying?
To build a business, you know.
Not only to build a business, a business would be. A business would be people making money and off of that. Like OpTic, until we sold, like I didn't make any money, but I got paid for the previous years for sure. Not saying that I didn't take in that money. I'll take that money every single day. Not anymore, obviously. I know what it's like. But in those moments, like I will never, ever. And I listen. I don't know how to say this any louder. I have been trying to fix a problem that I caused in 2017, even till this fucking day. But I don't regret taking the fucking money that I did, because if I fucking didn't, OpTic wouldn't fucking exist right now. Period. I would have gotten sick of it. I would have gotten sick of.
You talking about NRG or Infinite?
Infinite.
Okay, yeah.
No, the NRG thing was a move. Look, back in the day, I had offers. I had offers from all franchises, and I said no. Majority of the franchises, I said no. And then when Andy came around and you know, put something in front of me that made sense to me, where I would have some say, some control on then of course, because priority number one for me has always been to protect my friends, my little brothers, period. And you've seen it. Ask Karma how good of a time he had in Surge. Ask anyone what the difference is between the way that I do things and the way that other people have done things. And I agree with you that Paul has the same sort of mentality when it comes to this thing. But he comes from a different perspective, though, right? Like, he's fucking a bottomless pit of money too.
But I've had this conversation with Paul a lot. It's like he came in, he was open-minded to, you know, RJ and Crowder in particular, his Overwatch coaches as well. Like, I'm not trying to come in. I don't want to be fantasy GM. Yeah,
correct.
Him and his brother, I think they really want to win. Yep. You know,
and
they're going to take the advice of the people in the scene and learn and want to build the right culture, and not like, I think a bunch of owners famously just got in a lot of drama in the last initial years of the league, because they were just, again, they wanted to be fantasy GM. They wanted to be Jerry Jones, and like,
well, but that's risky to do that. But that's not the teams, though, right? That's the people that they employ, and that's the other problem.
Some of it's the owners, though. Some of it's the owners.
Some of it, yeah. Some of it's the owners, but you can't blame them either. They were put in a position to have to fucking figure out a way to protect the investment that they fucking fell in for. Okay. Because they're not gonna be they can't come out and say, yo, what was promised was never fucking delivered. They can't say the what you said. This is a partnership.
Oh yeah, I see where you're going with that. Yeah.
This is a partnership. You know, like, the teams are going to do this, and the league is going to do fucking that.
Yeah, the lack of unity year zero always confused me, because there was so much stuff that was just figured out on the fly. And I was like, they had years to figure this out. So why in November of 2019 is this topic and that topic now finally being discussed?
Yeah. I don't know, man. Sometimes I wake up and I'm very hopeful for the future of this thing. And some days I wake up and sort of reality strikes, and I'm in a little bit of a funk for the first couple of hours, because I'm just thinking, I'm like, man, like, it could happen where no matter how hard any of us work, and I'm not singling ourselves out, I'm talking about the entire community, fans included, that, you know, it may end up being for nothing, man, and that cannot be a fucking thing. You know, effort.
But I think that's why Major 3 is important, though. Like, there's like people supporting the Major 3 format, because we all want to see old.
Well, and Major 3 is what? I froze again. But
that's the Pro-Am. That's the 12+4, the 16. So the two teams that is at Major 2 plus the EUNA elite winners. Like, that's the format that we all want to see more. You know, we want to see that path to pro. We want to see people be able to pull up with their squad, make a team. And yeah, most of them are going to be out in the initial part of the tournament, but we've seen plenty of stories about people coming through in that. Like, that's the format that I feel like we should have throughout the season.
Yeah.
If you want to have partner organizations to get more economic benefits, yeah. You know, MTX, shit like that.
This is the problem, though. This is the problem, right? Look at what's happening in Challengers. They have no economic incentive to continue to do what they're doing, and they're doing it, and they're still fucking going above and beyond and doing it and participating in it, and fucking like working their asses off to hopefully make it to the league in some way, shape, or form. That is fucking ass. And remember E6 when they what was it Anaheim? No, it wasn't Anaheim. Ontario, California. Wasn't there an event there in Ontario, California? I have a shirt that says UMG Ontario, California. Huh?
It was a UGC event. Oh, Ontario. It was a UGC event.
UMG. It's
maybe
E6.
Maybe it was a UMG.
Yeah. E6. I still have the shirt. Roger loves it because he's from Cali. But E6 came out of nowhere. Remember that? It was General with his
General's team, yeah.
Flashy ass Rolex, and I remember I'm like, what the fuck? These kids were fucking. I froze again, Ben.
Oh yeah, true, Sam.
But
it was the event we would treat CTF. Yeah.
Yeah, but there's no path to that anymore. There's no path to an independent team having the opportunity to make it there. The magic moment, the Cinderella moment that we all search for and that we've all been searching for, right? Like it's
the franchising path just killed the whole third-party event operator scene because all of these AAA publishers franchised or closed off the model of the production of their esports. And so all these like on-the-ground third-party providers, they all folded or merged with DSL Face It, and now there's no competition. Remember how many event providers there were back in the day? Now it's just...
We used to have an event every year. I mean, every month. Sometimes twice a month.
Yeah.
And what was the viewership higher back then?
Negligibly. The only time it was bigger was when we were on the game title and champs, really.
So what benefit? How did we benefit from this partnership if endemics like Envy, endemics like me, endemics like Complexity, and everybody else that put in fucking work for this thing? How did Call of Duty esports benefit from this thing? Is what I'll always fucking ask myself. And the fact that I'll tell you one thing. There is no doubt in my mind that if I hadn't merged with Envy and I had merged with somebody else or whoever the fuck they put me with, that Stro would have stood next to me on this thing. Because look at where we're at right now, man. Like it's a place in which again, it's the most frustrating thing, having so much to fucking say but being unable to not only use your words to explain yourself in a way that you can, where you don't break any shit, and
it's tough for sure.
But you know, I promised everybody a long time ago, and I promised this to myself, man. Like, there's never ever going to be a situation or time in which I don't fucking fight for this fucking thing. There won't be. Ever. I'll fucking go forever. I don't give a fucking flying fuck. I'm hard-headed as fuck, and I have means, luckily.
I feel the same way. That's part of why Tom and I started the show. As you know, like we just, I think there's just, because like I'm not a former player, so like my perspective, where my background and where I come from, my perspective, like, and part of the reason Tom and I wanted to start the show, obviously want to yap about the games, but it's also like we saw a scene in flux with a big change. We didn't think it was the right change, and we wanted to create a platform where we could discuss that and also be solutions oriented. One thing we always try to do, like, I don't want our show to just, it's the same thing with I know you try this, like, I don't want to sit there and always just be negative. Like, I want to pitch we think it should be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, give ideas, and hopefully that starts the public conversation, and the right people start to, over time, be open to those ideas. And then you get the momentum, and hopefully we get change.
I don't know, Ben. I don't know.
I try to be optimistic, man. Okay?
Dude, me too. And I can be negative as fuck. I can find I hate everything if I fucking put my mind to it. Okay.
Because I just see like Jerry and them when they come, like Jerry and Mook Sass and all them, and like pick their brain.
I think they're doing a great job, man. I think they're running laps around 90. Wait. Besides us, who produces content? I mean, obviously FaZe and you guys, yeah. But besides
FaZe does
Thieves, obviously. Besides the obvious, like Surge, Gentlemates. Well, Gentlemates obviously they have Gotaga now, so he'll fucking.
They've been doing some content though. They've been putting out some YouTube stuff on their channel and a few things.
But I'm saying like
Heretics did a bit last year.
Yeah, the thing is that we live in a different world now, Ben. You know, back in the beginning of all this thing, Surge, fucking Minnesota, and all these people that were creating great content at the beginning, and got discouraged because of the amount of viewership that they were not getting originally. Is not the same world that we live in now, because everybody's covering everything. You guys are covering the owners meetings from the bush. You guys are covering process. Like we're not in the same reality anymore. The reality of things are that if you are an organization that gets 10,000 views per process or per video that you guys are uploaded, it's gonna get covered 100,000 views by you, by Formal, by fucking Zinni, by Scumper Jumper. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not in the same world anymore in which you know that content is not going to be consumed.
Yeah, I think Mr. Beast has talked about this, like, because obviously, you know, there's a lot of reaction content to his content and his thoughts on it. But I would say this, Hector. I think the reason why his org stopped doing content is like they were doing content to drive brand deals. Like they were attaching all the content they were doing to brand deals, and once the brand deals dried up, then they weren't doing content. They weren't doing content to tell stories, to then be able to sell the stories to get brand deals.
I love
that.
Saying,
to say, you know, saying like, oh, we've got this good thing going. We got these interesting personalities. You're going to want to get involved and be a part of the storytelling. Like they're trying to check boxes on deliverables.
Ben, I love that. You put that so well. They weren't making content to create storylines. They were creating content to check off deliverables for their sponsors. And that in the end is part of this the whole sickness, this whole waft of shit that we are under, because the passion is not there necessarily, because they were there from an investment standpoint, saying, oh, this is how we're going to turn Call of Duty fans into fucking Rams fans or into fucking Miami Heat fans or whatever the fuck. It's insane. It is insane to me. JP says, hate to say it, but the amount of cups and stuff that they have each week is so helpful for that. We play 1 or 2 matches a week. Telluride can gain fans and stream their grind off the cup. It's such a good play. The Barstool dudes actually care at the end of the day. Yeah, at the end of the day, that is what it is. At the end of the day, it's fucking Jerry and the boys being passionate about Call of Duty and saying, yo, we should fucking start a team. And let's see where it goes. You know, let's see what it can take, or let's see what it does. I do believe that if they turn on the Barstool machine, that they can get some fucking play behind that and some momentum behind that. But at the end of the day, you know how the uppers work, and they're gonna see Barstool and they're gonna be like, ooh, wait a minute, there's some fucking cheese right here that we can get. So for them to think that they're gonna get paid, nah, man, they're probably gonna milk them because they know Dave Trader has paper.
I told Austin them. I gave them some advice on a couple of people. I was like, you're gonna get hit up by, in particular, these 2 people, and I gave them some advice on like how to approach those. I can text you on the side to people because I don't want to say on stream who they are. But I was like, you know. Like you'll know at the end of those 2 combos, because they're 2 very influential people, like how Activision feels about Barstool with respect to COD. Because there's 2 ways this can go down. Like there's the way where you guys are just in challengers, you do your own thing. If Mooks, Jerry, and Sass fuck about $50,000 a year, they fuck about $50,000 a year. There's a world where Activision marketing on top of the CDL is like, yo, let's talk, in which this becomes a, you know, an interesting combo, because Activision marketing, as you know, has got a lot of zeros.
You know, when we were the Huntsmen, and Barstool had just gotten bought out by Penn. I spoke with a representative at Penn, and we were going to do a partnership with Barstool on our Call of Duty team, and we're going to put their logo on the back of our jersey the same way that we had. What the fuck did we end up having?
Like Barstool Sports logo, or the like Barstool bat logo?
Barstool.
Okay.
What's up, Avalanche, my man? Long time no see, man. What's up?
Avalanche Twitch?
Yeah, more than likely.
Oh,
He's
it is Avalanche Twitch. Just
when you said Avalanche Twitch, I'm like, wait, no, but he's modded. Did you hear Barstool Austin predicting the CDO? Yeah. No, we talked about that. And look, man, I wish that was the case, but I said the same thing. I said, yo, we're OpTic, or we bring the audience, not like that, but I said, we bring an audience, let us in for free, and we're gonna fucking rock this shit. And they're like, fuck that. Who the fuck are you? We got fucking the Crafts, we got the fucking Cronkies, we got people with real paper. Hecz, who the fuck are you? I was like,
the thing for them though,
yeah,
is what the interesting situation might be, and I don't know if the existing owners who are kind of in this position are going to do this. So this is just a pipe dream, but like, there's an interesting thing where one of these billionaires are like, we still want this asset at this spot. Would they be down for like a management deal? I don't think Barstool will be down for that though.
No.
I think if they're in, they want to be
money.
in though. Yeah, they want to be in.
Yeah, they have money. They have money and passion, which are the passion is all you need. Money helps. Money's the cherry on top. Buenos dias, Hasonito.
But again, they're another Unihector. Yes, they do a lot of brand deals, but they tell a lot of stories. They build a universe with lore. And COD going into COD and having a team interacting with all the drama.
Yep.
That's very sellable because they can tell great stories with that. That's like I'm saying, like, they're another moment to come in and when they'd understand that economy of content.
Yeah.
Which drives everything.
Dude, I'm just excited that Challengers is there, dude, because we do need it. I mean, we and I mean we as a Call of Duty community need to support and watch as much as we can, even if you know, like, we got to grow this thing so that they can see that there's viewership there, so that they can just say, all right, forget everything, everybody's welcome, whoever is fucking good is gonna get to the fucking top, period. If you deserve to be there, you're going to fucking be there. It puts pressure on fucking everyone. Look at the pressure that the FaZe boys are now under because Luca is now on the bench.
Yep.
You know, 100%. Like this is what we need. And anybody that feels bad about, you know, somebody getting kicked out because someone's better, it's competition. When we lose, and we lost for a very long time, we didn't win a championship for 7. I mean, not a world championship. We won championships, but not a world championship for a very long time. Like we suffered. It sucked. It bothered, you know, and that's the way it should be, because when you win, it has to feel good. There can't be just this take and no gifts, you know.
I agree with you. It's a business, and it's a team culture thing, and people got to understand that's kind of how it runs. You know what I think is really interesting, Hector, is I'm really excited. I mean, we've had cups now, but the Elite starts next week. And there's going to be a lot of new people watching that competition format. And I think that's going to be really exciting because now all these top 8 teams are going to consistently play each other, especially in NA. And some of these guys hate. There's some low-key beefs going on behind the scenes that people don't know about with some of these players.
Yeah.
And it's going to come to a full ahead next week. And it's going to be very good content.
I cannot wait. I cannot wait. And listen,
going into your guys' Challengers event, I honestly have no idea who's going to win this. Every year, there's usually like 3 or 4 teams that are like, these are the best teams. Bro, legitimately, I think there are like 9 teams that can win.
Yeah.
Challengers Cup 1.
Yeah. No, again, it's what we need, right? It's what Challengers needs. Challengers needs, and I'm not a drama guy, right? I am a content guy, so I can't hate on it, right? Don't get me wrong, right? I love content. I'm a content creator at heart, CEO by fucking default. But I do like where this thing's going. I love the passion, but I hate the fact that people who are doing hard work down there, who are doing better work than up here, than some of the people up here, don't get to benefit, or don't get to, you know, benefit from the fruits of their labor, or they don't get to enjoy the fruits of their labor because of that. And it's unfortunate. You know, what's even crazier is that it takes nothing, really, right? It takes nothing but a little bit of fucking critical thinking to figure this thing out. How can somebody who has never participated in Call of Duty, period, have a better understanding of how to operate in a Call of Duty esports team? I'm talking about
because I guess they understand telling story. It's not complicated. They understand what drives the internet, which is storytelling.